Hey, what's up guys, Bajheera here. So, good news, the Games and Gain shirts by popular demand are back once again. This is actually round 5 of these Games and Gain shirts, but you guys can't seem to get enough of them, so I'm more than happy to put them back up for you guys, so you can rep your love and support for that Games and Gains lifestyle. So these shirts are going to be available until November 5th, so be sure to get yours while they last. Thank you guys so much for your support of these t-shirt campaigns. You rock, and be sure to tweet me pictures once you get your shirts. Either way, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hey, what's up guys, Bajheera here. So for this gym video, we're going to be taking a look at some arms and shoulder training. Now, of course, I've posted a lot of arms and shoulder training videos in the past, so if you guys are veterans to these gym videos, you're going to recognize a lot of the exercises that I like to do. But that sort of goes along with one of the things I'd like to talk about in today's video. This is catered towards beginners as well, but also people who are just sort of interested in whatever it is that I like to do. One of the things that I do for my arms and shoulders in particular, but for my workouts in general, is find certain exercises that I like to do and really just hammer them home. Do tons and tons of sets of a particular kind of superset, or maybe 3 different exercises, sometimes even 4. The reason why I like to do that is because it really helps me get in rhythm with my workout, helps me develop almost like a meditative state of focus, where I know exactly what it is that I have to do, and really all there is to it is to execute the exercises, and of course, you know, focus on the mind-muscle connection. And I like that a lot. When you're able to take out some of the, well, what do I do next kind of thing in your workout, it really allows you to focus on what exactly it is that you're up to and get the most out of your training. Plus, also, for me, I feel like it helps increase my intensity for my workout when there's really nothing to focus on beyond hitting it hard. So what I like to do for my arms and shoulders workouts is sets of overhead dumbbell press, and then I'm doing alternating supinated bicep curls. When I get heavier, sometimes I turn those into hammer curls. And then I'll also do little lateral raises like this. And I'm starting off, you know, with pretty lightweight, getting really nice and warmed up. I talked about this in my, I think it was my bench press video, how I structure my sets in terms of how I like to increase my weight. Usually I'll start off with a weight that's easy enough to do, you know, 15 reps, no problem. Do two sets where I'm doing sets of 15 reps, and then I will increase the weight a little bit, and then I will start doing sets of 12. You know, do at least 2 sets of 12 rep sets, and then increase the weight again. And I do that to ladder all the way up until I can really only do, you know, maybe 6 to 4 reps of a certain weight. But by that time, you've put in a lot of sets, a lot of reps, and you're getting some high volume, and you're getting warmed up. But later on in the workout, you're also putting yourself up against increasing resistance, which is calling for your potentially most intense effort, even when you're tired. So it's kind of like that old school style of, you know, when you're in basketball practice or football practice and you have to do sprints at the end of practice. You have to work really hard even when you're tired, and I kind of like that. It's like you're already doing some intense work, which is going to be calling a lot of muscle fibers. It's going to be calling on your nervous system to push really hard, but you're also doing that when you're most fatigued. And I don't know, I just kind of like that idea. That's something that I've stuck to for a while now, and it seems to help me out. But keep in mind, you're also getting a lot of volume by doing this sort of thing. Like I mentioned before, you're laddering up with a lot of reps on the way up, but you're also hitting a lot of really quality sets within that, you know, 8 to 12 rep range, even 10 to 6 rep range. You're doing at least 6 sets within there. And one of the things that you can do if you want to, and one of the things that I've done in the past, and probably something that I'm going to try to work towards, is you ladder all the way up to the point where you can do like sets of 6, and I would actually do 6 sets of the 6 rep weight. That would give me a lot of volume, but also a good amount of strength training in there too. I know that there's like the 5x5 workout, and I don't really know a whole lot about it, but obviously it sounds pretty similar, like you would do 5 sets of something that's challenging enough to only be able to do 5 reps, and that makes sense to me, but maybe I take it a step further and do 6 reps, so that's something I like to do. But one of the main tips, as I mentioned before, just to go over it again, is to find a set of exercises that you like to do, whether it's a superset or maybe 3 exercises, and just rotate in between those and just hit tons and tons of sets of that. You can use the increasing the weight, decreasing the reps sort of pyramid ladder scheme if you wanted to. But honestly, if you're just getting started, hitting just tons and tons of volume is a great way to start. And if you're using weights where you can only do maybe 10 to 12 reps of that, I think that as you progress, especially if you don't have a lot of like lifting background, those weights will start to get a little heavier for you. Even if they're not actually increasing in weight, you'll fatigue, And there may be a point where you can only do 10 reps of something that you used to be able to do 12 of. Maybe you can only do 8 reps of something you used to be able to do 12 of. And that's fine, because you're still challenging your body with weight that's an appropriate amount of resistance for you. It's not necessarily super important that you go out and are hitting 1 rep maxes if you're just starting to get going in the gym. I think that's a perfectly fine thing to do, to find exercises that are appropriate resistance and just sort of hammer the volume, especially if you're trying to grow. I think that obviously lifting heavier weight is going to be important for your strength, but when you're just starting off in the gym, you know, really doing anything is going to increase your strength. You're going to be lifting weights and you're going to be responding to that. As long as you're eating enough and as long as you're getting enough rest to recover, then you will grow and you will get stronger. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to do here, is that I am trying to lift heavier weights by all means. I mean, I really enjoy high volume training. I really enjoy putting in a lot of sets, but I also want to continue to challenge myself, especially now that I'm putting in a whole lot of food. My body can recover well enough that I can push the weights up a little bit, and I can increase my strength a little bit while also getting in a lot of volume. And one of the reasons why you want to increase your strength, even if you're not training to be a power lifter, is because if you can increase how strong you are, that means that that those sets of 12, those sets of 10 can be done at a higher weight, which is going to help you get stronger and get bigger, which is, partially, it's a big part of the goal for me. At least that's my goal, is progression. I want to get stronger and I want to grow. That's what the point of this bulk is right now. Even if I'm allowing myself to gain some body fat and not really be in like competition leanness state, that's the point right now. The point is to grow, so that in a year from now, in a year and a half or 2 years, I mean, however long I want to bulk for, that I can diet down at that point and have put on, maybe 5 pounds of muscle or something like that. I'm very reasonable about how much muscle I'm going to be able to put on, in a year's time, but I'm also hopeful. I think that we've got a lot of muscle to gain. I mean, I'm 25 years old. I think that with the amount of food that we're putting in, with the amount of training that we're doing, I think we can definitely make some considerable progress. And I'm definitely looking forward to competing again in the future. But right now, the goal is to grow. So those of you guys who are trying to bulk up, we'll be right there with you. And those of you guys who are trying to diet down, I definitely can appreciate your efforts, because I've been there recently. And hopefully you guys can check out my my dieting series in terms of like my the time that I spent preparing for my competition. I have tons and tons of videos along that progression line, but we're also going to be working on in this one where we're going to be bulking up again. So either way, my training's going great. Really having a lot of fun with it. I hope that you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm trying to sprinkle in a little bit more tips every now and then, rather than just sort of talking about whatever it is that I'm up to, whatever it is my training philosophy for the time is, what I've been thinking about with my training. Obviously, I want to keep that sort of gym vlog format, but at the same time, I do want to provide some insight for those of you guys who are looking to get started, or looking to, change what you're doing, or at least just make progress. I know I'm not an expert at this kind of stuff, but hopefully it's informative, if not entertaining. But if there was one takeaway message for beginners or intermediate lifters or whatever, for this video, is that one of the ways I like to train is find some exercises that, really I enjoy doing, and just hammer them. Because I don't really think that you need to hit one muscle group 400,000 different ways in order to stimulate growth. I think you just need to get in there, kick some butt, tell your muscles it's time to grow, and they'll follow suit. But who knows? Maybe that's just me making it up. But I think mindset plays a big part in all this, and having a positive mindset of progression and growth is a helpful thing. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you did. Leave me some questions and comments in the comment section below, and of course, subscribe for more. Either way, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!